In the run-up to March 8 every year, preparations to celebrate International Women's Day almost totally take over the consciousness of well-wishers of the female gender. 2023 was no different in terms of preparations. What was different for agencies and businesses in the maritime sector in Nigeria, though, was the venue chosen for the celebration by Women in Logistics and Transport, WILAT. That's what today's episode of The Shipper is all about, plus the usual tidbits segment. All that will come your way after this short break. Do stay with us.
Nigerian Shippers Council Day to serve you well. No matter the problem, we go solve them for you.
Yes, so the Nigerian Shippers Council they feel in a parole now for every level, and as soon as goods they move from port A go enter port B with a measure within on a need. For the Nigerian Shippers Council, we don't sharp proper to fit hear you wella, work with you wella, and help you fit serve your customers them better, no matter where them day. As we country port economic regulator, the Nigerian Shippers Council get every now to fit make government consider the problem when shippers them they face. Visit we office for number 4 or to buy your daily show your daily. Papa email us for nsc@shipperscouncil.gov.ng. We website now www.shipperscouncil.gov.ng.
For you, we dey gidigba,
Nigerian Shippers Council with the meeting now for the port of Nani.
Welcome back. This is a fresh and special episode of The Shipper, brought to you by Nigerian Shippers Council. My name is Rekia Zikru Yagoyaju. Hashtag Embrace Equity was adopted and given various colorations by women around the world. The highlighting of the difference between equity and equality was very important to the various gatherings at which IWD was celebrated. No doubt, the world is benefiting from the participation of women in more fields of endeavor. Embracing equity ensures that women can continue to contribute meaningfully as their individual needs and circumstances are taken into account. In this week's episode of The Shipper, we shall reveal one government agency that is not just gender-friendly, but has surpassed Nigeria's National Gender Policy, NGP, which stipulates that 35% of women be involved in all governance processes.
Women should brace up and take their space because they are capable. God have made them capable, and they are capable. They should believe in themselves and come out and assume positions of responsibility, not just in the organization, also in the political fair and other places of social gathering.
As a woman, build yourself. Be self-reliant. Be confident. You must not wait for your husband to bring everything to the table. As a woman, you have to support your husband in every area. Be a go-getter. Set a target and work towards it and achieve it.
Every successful man or woman, there is a strong woman behind.
Additional Abiodun covered the WILAT IWD event for The Shipper. Lucy Nyambi has the reports.
It all began in Petrograd, Russia, when on the 8th of March 1917, women textile workers initiated a protest that eventually engulfed the entire city. They were demanding an end to world war, food shortage, and dictatorship. That event heralded what has come to be known today as International Women's Day. It's a day set aside by nations the world over to create awareness on the rights and opportunities of women like their male counterpart. While some countries provide equal opportunities for both sexes, others still deny women equal rights to education and other human rights, while some just pay lip service to the notion. The focus of this year's meeting, hosted by Nigerian Shippers Council, was to create awareness on these barriers such as reproductive rights, violence and psychological abuse of women, as well as rights to education, and encourage inclusive growth. The Executive Secretary of Nigerian Shippers Council, who spoke through the Director of Human Resources Management, Mrs. Adaku Okam, acknowledged that women have demonstrated capacity and potential to make a positive impact on society.
To be conferred as one of the Friends of Willard Nigeria within my short stint in office as the Chief Executive Officer, Executive Secretary of Nigerian Shippers Council. I identify with you today, my sisters, in commemorating the United Nations Gender Initiative to celebrate this year's International Women's Day, themed Embrace Equity. The theme is apt at this time to enlighten as well as facilitate equality and fairness first for the female folks and male in the society. The Nigerian Shippers Council is very gender-friendly. In line with embracing equity, the Council has already trained over 65% of its female staff locally and abroad in different capacity building programs to properly position them in the organization. The Council will do more where our female member of staff demonstrate the requisite capacity. I commend our female staff for showing capacity by performing excellently well in their designated offices.
He disclosed that Nigerian Shippers Council has surpassed the United Nations 35% affirmative gender equality. Jime told guests at the event that Council had more women at top management level who had over the years proven their mettle and helped the agency on the path to steady development. Chairperson Women in Logistics and Transport Willard, pharmacist Khadijat Sheidu Shabi, expressed hope that representation of women at International Women's Day functions would continue to improve annually. She said protection of the interests of women can only make the world a better place for everyone to live. She wants women to be encouraged to become more active players in the maritime industry.
When we embrace equity, we embrace diversity, we embrace inclusion. Equality is the goal. Equity is the means to get to the goal. Through the process of the equity, we can reach equality. That is, equality is giving everyone a shoe, whereas equity is giving everyone a shoe that fits. International Women's Day is an annual event. It comes with different themes to suit with the women as the program is meant for us. The event gives us, the women, an opportunity to celebrate ourselves and to be celebrated by other folks. And I think we all deserve it. We are the salt of the world. We have outgone the era of being considered for a position just because we are women. We know better. As women, we know we have to prove ourselves. We're equally sound upstairs, and we can deliver as our male counterparts do. In fact, not better.
For the National President, Institute of Logistics and Transport, Barrister Mfon Usoro, she wants women to accept the challenge of being part of a male-dominated industry. She also wants women to be creative in harnessing opportunities inherent in the system. According to the former Director General of Nigerian Maritime Administration and Safety Agency in NIMASA, there is technology innovation in the maritime industry that requires intelligence rather than physical strength.
Technology is brain, Innovation technology is brain. So we need to now create opportunities for ourselves, encourage our girls to do the science, mathematics, technology subjects, because that is where you start. If you want to be innovative using technology, you must be good in the science subject. We will always have the rest of us who are arts inclined, but those that have a flair for sciences and mathematics, let us encourage them. That is an area that men cannot do better than us, because it's brain work. It's about encouraging ourselves and not being afraid that the opportunity is not there. We're talking about creating the opportunities for ourselves. We shouldn't wait for people to create opportunities. Men also are hustling to get there. And there, up there are very few seats. So they are hustling. They won't remember to create the opportunity for you. It is for you to keep your eyes open, look for the opportunities, create one for yourself, and make them realize that you are hardworking, you are smart, you're intelligent, you're ready to contribute, and you're not going to look for excuses.
The chairman, Chartered Institute of Logistics and Transport, Lagos Chapter, Alhaji Bashir Ambi, said no society can survive without a woman. Women, he noted, are occupying enviable positions in the industry.
I appreciate you all, and I urge you to keep it up. We are proud of you. We are in support of your initiative and collaboration and, unity. Honestly speaking, you are one of the most formidable force a human being can ever think of. I want to use this medium to appeal to the federal government of Nigeria that it's high time we join forces and ensure that our women have been given more technological and education, especially those are the rural areas. Technologically, they should be taught. That's another area that we need to embrace. Technologically, literacy level should be please enhanced.
The Deputy Director, Planning of Council, Olurotimi Anifowose, believes that women should be celebrated for being supportive.
God, in His infinite wisdom, decided to bless humanity with a species that will help in defining humanity better. Women, who to me, unquestionably and undoubtedly, are emotionally better than women. The women of this world, without any doubt, any man who tries to say he's doubting it is just wasting your time. The women are the most resourceful that you could ever find. The women are purposeful. That's for sure. And I will say this without any change of mind about it. If you're looking for a gender that is positively inclined to positive change, do not look too far. Look at women.
The theme for this year's Wilat International Women's Day celebration at Nigerian Shippers Council, in line with United Nations, was Innovation and Technology for Gender Equality, while the global theme was Embrace Equity.
The future is female. That's an expression I heard from a man. It's hard to argue with that notion. It's time now to swim over to the Tidbits Corner, where Oluwasegun Aloko is standing by.
Mrs. Margaret Folake Akinremi, Chief Finance Officer, Finance and Accounts Department, Nigerian Shippers Council, has retired after 35 years of meritorious service. She started as a typist and eventually rose to the position of Chief Finance Officer through commitment and dedication. During the celebration of her retirement, the Executive Secretary and Chief Executive Officer of the Council, Right Honorable Emmanuel Jime lauded Akinremi for outstanding performance and contributions to the council over the years. Colleagues also praised her for her excellent performance in auditing and her peaceful nature.
Meg walked through the rank. She came in as a secretary, but she did not just stop in there. You know, she aspired to be great, and she went through school. And before she retired, she was a certified accountant. And that is something I want every one of us and for the upcoming staff to emulate. Don't just be satisfied with what, where you are. Aspire to be greater, aspire to be at the top.
One very beautiful quality I saw in Meg, whom personally I call Magito Dum, because people may not know, she had this beautiful smile. She was one of those whom we joined the council at Burma Road. You run into her office. She was a secretary among secretaries who... No, mine was in Burma Street. So the smile was so catchy, so sweet, so effeminate that you may even forget the purpose for which you are there. As Providence will have it, when I was in Ibadan, Maggie was also in Ibadan, because you call her Meg, I call her Maggie. We worked together, and then for the period we were in Ibadan, it was quite memorable. She's somebody I would want to give it to anytime. She's somebody I will also, if God permits it, I will want to work with. She's a good woman.
I remember a day we were working on salaries. Mr. Laika can attest to it. And we were just like, where else can we? We wanted to balance this account. And do you know, because of our experience, she said, have you checked staff boss? I said, staff boss. Mr. Laika too. And indeed, we went and checked staff boss, and what we were looking for was actually on that VRIP. Honestly, it was a very, very amazing experience for me. And it's also a pointer to the fact that when they move you from one office and ask you to go and probably work in another unit, don't say no. It exposes you to so many things, and that's what makes her an asset indeed to the finance and accounts department.
You're a very great lady when you're with us. We really miss your gentility, your peaceful advice to us, and every other thing you gave to us. We pray that God leads you from now henceforth, and bless your family, bless all the works of your hand, and make sure you enjoy your retirement in Jesus' name.
Akinremi expressed her profound gratitude to God and her colleagues for making her retirement a reality and for celebrating with her.
When the posting to finance came, I said, okay, anywhere in finance. My boss asked me where. I said, Oga, anywhere. There's no way I cannot work. I just need little supervision. And from the experience I've had in Shippers Council, even the supervision will just be, being that it's a new environment, he said, okay, go to salary. I was so glad. Because when I was in audit, I was one checking the salary. So it was so easy. It was an easy land for me. So not quite long, Oga came again. I said, Meg, I want you in treasury. I said, me? Treasury? No way. Reluctantly, I went there. The people there can testify to it. When I got there, I said, please, oh. I have few months to go. I don't want to come and commit blunders here. Please, I was so scared. I was thinking that when you press, Remita, this thing, when you press a button, hey, something will happen. The first work I was given, I was like shaking. But now I saw you are here, this is a good feeling. You said, Sister Meg, you said there is nothing there now. I know you. Please, we can do it. Well, we thank God. Today, here we are. I appreciate every one of you. I thank you for your time. Thanks so much. And I pray those who are hoping to retire very soon. Ogami, I see you. I understand your own is next week. We will all finish well in Jesus' name.
We encourage those operating in the maritime sector to visit our website at www.shipperscouncil.gov.ng to learn more about our services and to use the PSSP portal at www.pssp.ng to register any grievances. Up next on Tidbits is our weekly record of complaints. We received 4 complaints in the period 5th March to 11th March 2023, and they are presently being investigated. The types of complaints include demurrage, lien on container, detention, and non-refund of charges. It's now time to share the latest news and updates on shipping across the globe. Finland company Wärtsilä, a global leader in innovative technologies for the marine and energy markets, has signed a 5-year optimized maintenance agreement with National Petroleum Construction Company, NPCC, of the United Arab Emirates. The agreement covers 7 NPCC vessels and aims to maximize uptime, provide maintenance flexibility, and long-term cost predictability. The deal includes data-driven dynamic maintenance planning, 24/7 remote operational support, and Wärtsilä's Expert Insight service, which aims to deliver solutions that improve vessel efficiency, reduce operational risks, and carbon emissions. This deal follows their previous 5-year maintenance agreement for 5 NPCC ships. World leader in global supply chain solutions, DP World, is set to implement its fully automated high-bay storage HBS system, Box Bay, at its Busan terminal in South Korea. The technology will be integrated into the terminal to improve efficiency, safety, and sustainability. The HBS system will allow direct access to each container, eliminating 350,000 unproductive moves per year, thus improving overall truck servicing time by 20%, according to DP World. The company plans to power the system using solar energy generated by photovoltaic panels on the roof of the storage system. Leading provider of larger offshore service vessels, Tidewater, is leading the way in the expansion of the offshore support vessel sector with the acquisition of 37 internationally flagged platform supply vessels, PSVs, from Solstad Offshore for $577 million. The deal is expected to close in second quarter 2023 and will be financed through a combination of cash on hand, new debt, and a new $325 million 3-year secured debt package. The acquisition will significantly enhance Tidewater's presence in the North Sea, with the PSVs generating potential cash flow of $130 million at day rate of $20 per day. And that marks the end of the Tidbits segment for this week.
The Nigerian Shippers Council is now better poised with responsive systems in place to help you and other shippers get seamless, stress-free transition for your clients' goods from point A to B. Today at the Nigerian Shippers Council, timeliness, orderliness, transparency, and efficiency is all we care about. Put your complaint through to our helpline. Visit us at number 4 Ayodele Shoyode Lane, Apapa, Lagos, or reach us on www.shipperscouncil.gov.ng.
Nigerian Shippers Council, we meet you at the point of your need.
Nigerian Shippers Council, we meet you at the port of your needs.
That's it on The Shipper today. Until next week, when we bring you yet another episode, do have a swimmingly great time. Before we go, a note to all regulated service providers in the maritime sector, including government agencies. It is compulsory to register with Nigerian Shippers Council.